the stream with Streamlabs, so we're going to wait about a minute and then we're going to start this live stream as promised. We are streaming on a Kubera this week and it's my second stream today, so if you were in the other stream on my other channel, hopefully you had a great rest of your day. I want to thank everybody for the super chat donations from that other stream. We have a lot of the same subscribers, so it's intermixed. That was awesome, and I have to thank the individual who donated $15. That was their first donation through Streamlabs, and I checked, and oh my goodness, it's in my PayPal. So what actually happens is if you donate through Super Chat, YouTube keeps 40% of it. Streamlabs keeps much, much less. So anyways, I'm super pumped about that. Yo, welcome, Passive Bleach. Awesome. So let us begin. Same people, and I love that. I honestly love that. That is, even if my channel had 100 subscribers, but it's the same people logging in, it really motivates you to keep going. So right before we get into HYIPs, I have to say that on my other channel, before it hit 15,000 subscribers, I think 14,000 was the number, the magic number, welcome Jackski, that I responded to every single comment. Now, there was a lot of comments that were spammy and or illegal or illicit or just random stuff that doesn't really need a response. And most of these individuals that had bad responses, I had to ban them from the channel, and I had hundreds and hundreds of people banned. But I went through and did all of that manually, where most people don't care. So the first 14,000 subscribers, I had a bunch of comments, though, that were amazing, and we responded, we had great chats, and then I had to end that because it would literally take hours to respond to people. And then after what happened over the past 2 years, that's when I kind of went, see ya, goodbye. I kind of stopped responding to everything and just went away from YouTube, but we came back. So, HYIPs, let us begin. And first thing, as always, we want to make sure that the audio is all good. Is it all good for you guys? Video? I'm always paranoid about that because I never want bad experience. So it seems we're live. 11 people are watching. Welcome. It's 10:14 p.m. over here. So comment down below where you're from. And high yield investment programs. First off, we're going to go into what they are because some people who might be watching this live stream, unlike the other one, is actually going to get published. And I'm probably going to edit out the first 2 minutes. High yield investment programs, well, not everybody's familiar with them. And the reason I want to discuss about them again this year is at the very beginning of our channel, we had Controlled Finance, we had BitConnect, we had Laser Online. Those were three major HYIPs. And essentially, maybe you haven't heard about HYIPs, but you heard about pyramid schemes or Ponzi schemes, and they're all similar. Sounding crisp, awesome. They're all similar, but this is a little different now with cryptocurrency because it's much more difficult to recover your money if you fall prey to a scam. So the only people I want participating in an HYIP are the individuals who are perfectly okay with the fact that they're investing $100 and they may never see a penny of that $100 again. And the reason they're investing into this HYIP is more for like a gambling kind of rush. They want to do it for the fun of it. And maybe, just maybe they'll make some money off of it. But there's a good chance that that money is burnt the moment they deposit it into that HYIP, because there's hundreds and hundreds of HYIPs out there, out of thousands, that may immediately scam you. Because there's more and more that are coming up every single day. And one of my questions is, can we stop this? In a way, yes. You can stop the larger HYIPs, but you can't stop the smaller ones because there's always going to be more and more unless the system is completely revised. Because yes, these are fraudulent websites. Yes, it's illegal. However, when cryptocurrency comes into play, it's much more difficult to find these individuals. Now, Bitcoin is not anonymous. However, some of these websites are smartening up, and some are only available for a few weeks. Then they shut their doors. They collect $10,000, $100,000, $50,000, $1 million even. And the site developers, the main individuals behind it, sometimes it's just one guy, sometimes it's a group of people. Well, they probably live in bad countries where the police is corrupt, they can buy judges, and nothing's going to happen to them. Most of these guys don't live in America. They live in India, they live in Ukraine, they live in Russia, China, wherever they are. The police doesn't really care about that because especially if it's under a certain amount, yeah, $50,000 may be a lot, 100,000, 10 million, that may be a lot of money. But the police is dealing with things that are easier to catch. And just when crypto is used, a lot of people are like, you know what, it's associated with anonymity. That's why you hear of so few HYP leaders being arrested. Yes, there's these high-profile cases, and sometimes somebody just leaves a very, very easy trail to follow. But many of these small-time HYP guys just make another website, and they make another one, and they make another one until they get enough money and they realize if they're smart, yeah, let's invest in real estate, let's invest in something legitimate and see you goodbye. Now, again, the only people I want interested in this topic are the ones who just want to burn money for fun. And the rest, I want to educate that this is a great way to lose your money completely. So, with that out of the way, remember that Laser at HYP? Yeah, Laser Online. Honestly, the reason I'm smiling about Laser Online is out of all of them, even BitConnect, where they had more money than Laser Online and it was longer running, Laser Online really did invest into making the HYP look crisp. It looked amazing. They had great graphics, they had great videos. Seriously, they were paying some developers or the animators or whoever was on board some good money probably to make it really, really nice. And it had a nice theme. It was about lasers and something stupid. It didn't make sense at all. A lot of people were paid out, and it was running very well for a few months. So a lot of people made even maybe a few $1,000s. Of course, the site owner made tens of millions of dollars, and millions and millions and millions of dollars were being spent on CoinMarketCap advertisements. And that was what got me interested. How can an HYP be spending millions of dollars on an advertisement, the top advertisement, on a legitimate cryptocurrency website? Well, I'm sure CoinMarketCap has changed their policies a little bit because you don't see HYPs advertising anymore on there. However, there are still some sketchy websites here and there, and that might change with the new management behind CMC. However, there are still plenty of forums, there's still plenty of subreddits, there's still plenty of people on Facebook, on YouTube, on all these social media websites that are promoting these. So today, we're going to go through a few. We're just going to discuss about the subject and educate you guys, and hopefully within 30-40 minutes we can peace out, and you guys will see another video uploaded very, very soon. So let's get right into it. Let's move the chat up a little bit more. And hopefully my face is not going to be too big. And now we're going to do a window capture. And we should be all good now. There we go. Okay, window capture is running. So this website, uniqueinvest.com, is down. Why is it down? Well, it's not because the connection is bad. It's not like, boom, it just disappeared. It is down because something happened to it. So we're going to turn the window back on. And what happened to it? What is uniqueinvest.com? Well, if we go to an old video of mine, August 5th, 2017, you can see that the website, this was one of my favorite websites to go to. It was an HYP list website where it said which websites were paying, which websites were not paying. And as you can see over there, there was some websites that obviously were scams. I mean, every one of these websites is a scam, but at the moment of recording that video, some were still paying, so technically they weren't a scam. Technically, until they close their doors, they're perfectly fine investment vehicles, right? Investment vehicles. They're not actual investment vehicles. But anyways, the website itself, just the website that was promoting these HYPs is gone. See ya, goodbye. There's other ones that took its place, but you have to wonder, well, why is it gone? Because they use their affiliate links. So also, when you promote a fraudulent website, technically that's illegal. Now, technically, I say because it depends on where you are around the world. There's some countries that really don't care about that. And there's also countries where it's really bad, like America. However, I'm still confused exactly what happened with BitConnect. Why is Trevon James still able to post videos on YouTube? Nothing against him. I just don't understand why someone who was an affiliate for one of the largest HYPs we've seen in crypto and was turned into a meme, and even the largest YouTubers, PewDiePie, and everybody who wasn't even interested in crypto, they started reporting on it. So we have memes all over the place, Carlos Matos, all of that. And the main guys behind BitConnect were, yeah, they were charged, and I guess they had to go to court, but then I have no idea what happened. So they're all still out. One of them, Crypto Nick, completely see you goodbye. He removed his channel. So I don't know. The situation is still weird, but I think over the next few years, there's going to be less and less of these HYPs. The larger ones, there might be more smaller ones that are just trying to scam people. But the way we eradicate these HYPs, earlier I said maybe it's impossible to eradicate them. However, the people who are investing into them, if there's less and less and less of these every single year, it's less profitable for the HYPs to exist. Now, they had a real tough time right before crypto, and then when crypto came out, they were like, oh, okay, this is an interesting way to make money. And they used it a lot, and at the very beginning, crypto was associated with illegal, illicit stuff, even on the deep web. Yeah. And then it started growing and growing and growing, and now it's very stable compared to where it was a few years ago. And it only makes up a small fraction. So the few millions here and there in HYPs really don't make a dent in the $250 billion market cap, right? So I just want to get that out there for people who are crypto believers, which most of us are. That's why we're here. We already knew that. But for the new individuals out there that are just getting involved in crypto, maybe they heard the media say that, oh, yes, it's being used for illegal items, illicit stuff, fraudulent transactions, all that. Well, I think over time, there's two paths. Either this is going to change and there's going to be less people who invest in them and there's going to be less people who want to create these websites, or it's going to expand. So we shall see what's going on. Better not mention Hex or Richard Hart's 20 YouTube accounts got a thumbs down again. Yeah, that's right. So I had an issue with that live stream. However, there was a lot of people who just disliked, and that happens. So same thing with BitConnect, and good comment right there. With BitConnect and Control Finances, especially Laser Online, there was a lot of people who were very upset that I called it a scam and made a video series on that. And I was banned from Laser Online. And they went until the very end, even after it was announced as an exit scam, even after people were arrested. There's still people who believe in BitConnect 2.0 coming out, or that they're going to get their money back, or that they're going to get the money back plus interest and they're going to become millionaires. Yeah, there's still people who, to this day, I have no idea what's wrong with them, but even the months afterward, there was a lot of news, BitConnect is down, all of this, the biggest scam in crypto, and people were commenting, oh no, they were still supporting it. They were going against us YouTubers who were reporting against it, and I don't know, very, very strange phenomenon. I guess it's people who lost their money, they're too afraid to admit it, and they just want to dislike everything. So very, very good comment. Anyways, let's move on. So that was just an example. Goodbye, uniqueinvest.com. Most likely it's down because the individual was also doing fraudulent activity. So, next one. 3 Bitcoin HYPs singled out in the latest US SEC investor alert. And I just looked at the websites, okay. Here we have wealthcurrency.com, boomcurrency.com, marycurrency.com. There's an interesting pattern. So, unfortunately, they've been taken down. Wealth Currency and boomcurrency.com have been taken down, but you can find archived versions on the Wayback Machine. Thank you to the Wayback Machine. There's a lot of fun websites you can still go back to. So, right, there's a lot of these news events that a website was taken down. Some people were investigated by the SEC. Some people were arrested. Celebrities were promoting HYPs, whatever. So, that is out of the way. See you. Wealthcurrency.com, as it's taken down. Well, it's a pretty interesting domain name. You can buy it now for $25.95. That's always funny. I sold a website of mine, and the next individual who bought it wasn't an HYP, it was just a normal domain. It was a marketing website, and the next individual who bought it later transformed it into a Chinese domain reselling website. So everything was like Chinese. There was lots of Chinese ads. That was always fun. So here's an example of an HYP website that is still functioning. So best Bitcoin HYP investment company. There's some really terrible ones, and I like making fun of these because if you're going to make it really nice, like Laser Online or BitConnect, you make it sound good. The best Bitcoin HYP investment company sounds like something you'd want to run away from in a hurry. You'd want to scurry away from that, see a goodbye. So a lot of these guys, I guess they just heard about how to scam people and they watched a YouTube video or they saw something on a forum and they're like, oh, wow, I want to do this. And they don't put too much thought into it. So 90% of these websites will fail. And this is the approach that I would take. Like if I was to invest into HYPs just for the fun of it and try and actually make profit out of it, there's one way you can actually do that. So most of these websites will fail and they're going to take your money immediately or within a few weeks. And the way they do that is they lock it in. So let's say you insert $100. Well, they're going to lock it in and you can only withdraw out of that $100 plus the interest every week, once every week, right? So you have to wait and wait and wait and wait. It's going to be a long time. So especially if it's like you're withdrawing $5 every single week, you're going to have to wait a long, long time in order to withdraw the initial $100. And then they also have reinvestment options. So you keep your money in as much as possible. So, you know, they're targeting greedy investors out there. So they're able to hold on to your money. And then they close, they shut down the doors and see you goodbye. You're not able to withdraw anymore. So if I was to choose an HYP, I'd want to take an example of Laser Online. Something that has good marketing. Something that pays a lot for advertisements. Because if you're paying a lot for advertisements, you're not going to disappear within a week. You're probably going to disappear after you've made a lot of money, especially if you're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars per day on advertisements. Millions and millions total, right? So you're going to have to look at the numbers. How much? And most of these websites actually display a good amount of numbers and you're able to track it through their wallets and all of that. So that's a good aspect of cryptocurrency. You got to have to use your brain a little bit here, not just be one of those blind investors. And there's ways you can predict which websites are going to fall down. Just based off of logic, like, okay, they're investing a lot of money, they got great social media, they got a great name. If they invested a lot of time, they're probably not going to shut down within a week. And if you're able to withdraw your initial investment, don't get too greedy, don't go again into it. Just be happy that you made some profit, try and find another good one. Usually these websites last a few months max. Sometimes you're lucky, like with BitConnect, and it lasts well over 1 year, maybe well over 2 years. Some of these Ponzi schemes outside of crypto last, decades. However, you never know when it's falling down. So people still believe in BitConnect X to this day. I went on one of their Discord servers a month or so ago. Yeah, there's a lot of those communities, and obviously Trevon James is promoting some other fun stuff right now. So there's good cryptocurrency projects, and unfortunately these bad cryptocurrency projects give a bad name to it. So this is probably another website that, oh, here's another website that's up. So we have a look at something that immediately screams scam. Anything that's guaranteed, like if a lawyer says, oh, it's guaranteed you're going to win this case, nothing's guaranteed. If a financial advisor is like, oh yeah, you're going to get 100% guaranteed, that's a scam. That's a scam. Yeah, Carlos Matos right there in my brain. So for somebody who's really greedy and has a fair amount of money, minimum $779, it's not like they're poor, probably middle class who's just trying to make a quick buck or two. 770% within, after 20 days, that's like, that's crazy, right? So you have 102%, 11%, 2.7, 1.27%. You're able to calculate your profit. Well, let's just put in, I don't know, let's put in $100 in maybe not the first one. Why isn't this working? It's a little slow, this website. So I'd make $109, but let's say I do after 1 day, right? Oh, it's $17, $17.34. Well, let's do $100. There we go. So $100, $2 profit after a day. So every single day. Okay, cool. After 20 days, wow, that's a lot of profit right there. You put in $779 and you have $6,000 profit. Wow, that's a lot. You can totally get that in crypto. No, you can't. So maybe you get lucky, but probably not, because every single time someone withdraws money, they're taking away money from the site owner. Now, what they accept is usually cryptocurrency, and if they're smart, they accept multiple cryptocurrencies, but they accept Perfect Money and Payeer and all of these other ClearNet sites that you're able to use, and they're not that anonymous, but they're still anonymous, right? So it's different than a bank account. You can't really charge back. The whole point is they want payments that you can't charge back. So It's easy to do it with this. We're going to get out of this website, CEO Equity Rule. That's a really bad website. This one is a really bad website as well. Cryptosoftwares.com is talking about other HYPs, but the first one that they have is Best Bitcoin HYP Investment, and these other ones, SIA. Profit is 115%. Duration is for 1 month. Yeah, this one, 475%. No one wants to put in for 12 months. That is just stupid. If I was to do it, 1 month. 1 month lock-in. That's still a long time. So, we're on Investopedia. This is a normal website, great website. High Yield Investment Program, HYP. What is a high yield investment program? Well, it's a fraudulent investment scheme that purports to deliver extraordinarily high returns on investment. High yield investment schemes often advertise yields of more than 100% per year in order to lure in victims. In reality, these high yield investment programs are Ponzi schemes, and the organizers aim to steal the money invested. Ponzi schemes, named after Mr. Charles Ponzi, was arrested, had a miserable life afterwards. In a Ponzi scheme, money from new investors is taken to pay returns to established investors. Money is not invested, and no actual underlying returns are earned. New money is just used to pay people who entered the scam earlier than they did. So the guys behind the websites don't invest with the money. They just give it back to other people, newcomers. So, not newcomers, sorry, the people who already invested, right? So every time you invest money, every single day that you're earning interest, they have to put away a certain amount. It's kind of like a bank. You go to the bank with $100 and they keep maybe 10%, 20%, depending on the rates. The higher the rates, the more they're going to have to hand out. So again, if something has crazy rates like 200% per day, that's also another quick way to know that it's probably going to fall. If it has something more believable, like you're going to earn 3% every single day, which is still crazy because you have to look at an annual rate instead of a daily rate or a monthly rate like that. Well, that's probably going to last a little bit longer than 200%. So, though this brand of Ponzi scheme has existed since the early 20th century, the proliferation of digital communications technology has made it much easier for con artists to operate such scams. Usually, an operator will create a website to lure in unsuspecting investors, promising very high returns but remaining vague about the underlying management of the investment fund, how the money is to be invested, or where the fund is located. These funds typically involve the alleged trading or issuance of prime bank financial instruments and may include references to prime European or prime world bank instruments. For this reason, this scam is also known as the prime bank scam. How a high yield investment program works. Well, so a high yield investment program, let's skip that. They're going to use social media, including Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, to appeal to victims and create the illusion of social consensus surrounding the legitimacy of these programs. They're going to use new investors' money to pay off older investors. It's not that complex to figure out. Here's an example. Zeke Rewards, run by Mr. Paul Burks. Very great man. Yeah, he did a lot for society and shut down by the SEC in August 2012. It was a penny auction website, a Zeekler, with returns of 1.5% a day. Now, notice how that's not that crazy. Investors were encouraged to let their returns compound and to increase the returns by recruiting new members. So, they were to pay a monthly subscription fee of $10 to $99 and make an initial investment of up to $10,000. The SEC found that about 99% of the funds dispersed were paid out of the pockets of new investors, and that Zeke Rewards was a $600 million Ponzi scheme. Burks was fined $4 million and sentenced to 14 years, 8 months in prison. And that's a pretty big term right there. So some people get a few years, others get a long, long time. And that really changed after Bernie Madoff in 2008, 2009. So that is what is a high yield investment program. These are websites that promise very high interest rates in a very short time. Another temptation for many people is gambling. Essentially, high yield investment programs are the same thing, the same rush, the same scam that gambling is. And I don't gamble. I don't believe in that. Here we're on a forum, Beer Money Forum. Welcome, you've been invited. I'm not going to do that. Screw you. So this is a forum where people post about, that's where I found this equityroll.com or whatever. That was a crappy website that we saw. There's a bunch of new of these websites. Wait, actually, let's go back to that initial one. Where was equity? I wanted to scroll down because I forgot about one thing about the equity investment program. If you went down to the bottom, you saw that there was only 2 people signed up for it. So I think some of these people go on the forums and that's the way they promote it. It's very, very interesting how they promote some of these scams. Some use PPC ads, some use traditional formats. They get some weird influencers. They pay them like 20 bucks. I saw Indian influencers on YouTube with like 0 subscribers making videos for these HYPs. And you don't have to pay them that much. So that's why you go to these forums. But other people visit the forums because they want to find new websites to invest. So, hey man, how you doing? Welcome, Corey. Welcome. I'm doing all right. 14 years is similar to a manslaughter sentence. Yeah, that's a lot for, fraud. So there's people who are serving. Yeah, the sentences all vary. It depends which state you're in. Depends on the judge. Depends on whether you had a plea deal or not. But anyways, obviously, anybody who is involved in fraud, especially out in the open, well, it's criminals, right? With crypto, you're hidden a little better than out in the open, but it's still like they're going to catch on to you, right? So most of these guys probably won't be caught though because of these websites because they're small, right? They're going to get a few people, they scam them, see you, goodbye. Some of these websites seriously might scam for $1,000 or $2,000. They don't even use .co.com because I wanted to say they don't even use .com because they use .co, .org, .ltd, .biz, anything. So they're able to pay less for the domain. They pay less for everything. .xyz.uk. They usually have really bad addresses, which we're going to get to in just a second. Here's another one, ourrich.com. Oh, we have Bitcoin. That means a lot right there. Our Rich was created to transform lives. Reading some of these paragraphs is absolutely amazing. We are committed to putting our clients at the heart of our business by delivering high-quality investment services. Yeah, dude. Wow, so we have 3 investment plans, 1.15% to 1.5% hourly for 90 hours. Minimum 10 bucks, max 3,000. Max 100,000. Yeah, I'm sure some people put in 100,000 bucks here. 15 to 20% hourly for 30 hours. Our statistics: 105 running days. Great. You haven't exit scammed yet. 281 online visitors. Nearly 6,000 accounts. 5.5 million in deposits and 4.5 in total withdrawal. Now, what was interesting with Laser Online is they had a link to the wallet, so you could actually see how much was in the wallet. And they had various wallets. So one was like this treasure chest where you could see, oh, this is where they're paying the rewards out of. So the more is invested into a website, you can see that which ones are the legitimate ones, which ones won't steal your money within a few hours, right? So obviously, at the end of the day, they're all going to shut their doors. It's just a matter of when. So we can exit out of this one, Beer Money Forum. We can exit out of that. We can exit out of this. So as you can see, a lot of great investment opportunities. Yeah, BitConnect. So just because BitConnect is down, there's still so many more. Here's one that I was talking about earlier. The very first website that went down, it was a list website just like this. HYP News since 2003. Interesting. And this has stuff that's not only crypto, but normal stuff. That's where I found this Our Rich. Comex Trades listed 88 days. And it's kind of nice because it tells you what's the ROI. It tells you whether it's still paying, whether it's not, the ratings. But anyways, we're not going to go to too many details. Someone's shooting fireworks. So we're on a subreddit, HYP. This guy posted, register your company just with $70 in a UK company house. So what happens is a lot of these guys don't even have offices. They pay for just an address, and you're able to do that wherever. If you're a business owner or startup founder or HYP owner, an investment program founder, what do you need to do? Yeah, I'm not going to go into this because I'm not going to support that, but it's fun. It's fun. Just on the subreddit alone, you have people advertising for other scammers. So that's like, all right, well, that's pretty great. And that's that. Shutter count. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how many photos I took with this camera. We're still in the camera finding. We are going to make some videos on some larger HYPs in the future that I'm able to find. I want to figure out what's going on in 2020 and which ones need to be shut down. And if we're able to make some money with it, hey, why not? Maybe I'm able to throw in 50 bucks and kind of experiment with it myself. But Our Rich feels like BitConnect. No, seriously, BitConnect had a great name to it. BitConnect, Bitcoin. Our Rich just sounds, I'm sorry, but it sounds stupid. HYP names. One of them was Our Instant. Yeah, listen, the names are probably made up on the spot. Again, these guys are probably from India. They're like, oh, wow, this sounds good. Oh, yes, our rich, our instant. I don't know. It's just so silly. So, props to Laser Online and BitConnect for actually taking the time to invest a few $1,000s. It doesn't take that much to make a website, a good website. A good website can be even made with a few $100, but the few thousand because of the animations, and then later they had to start with the advertisements on CoinMarketCap. Which I'm curious, how did Laser Online have that much funds to play around with? Did they have a loan from the bank for $50,000 and then they were able to make more money? I have no idea. So maybe one of these larger websites was started by already someone who's a millionaire and they just wanted to become, a multimillionaire or even a billionaire. We had the OneCoin scam. What's with that bot lately commenting in every crypto YouTube channel saying, "Will you be my friend?" It's not just crypto, but it's in a lot of crypto stuff. Unfortunately, it's also in gaming. It's in other channels. I looked it up. One of them is like a Logan bot. There's a Tim bot. There's all of these, and essentially, it's just a bot network where it's a lot of YouTube accounts that are promoting like a single Fortnite account or a single gaming account or even a crypto account or whatever. And I think eventually YouTube will ban these accounts. They're already trying their best to shut it down, but there's always going to be more. And they're going to change the algorithms. And it's always this cat and mouse game. However, lately, maybe someone just had a lot of time to play around with it and they wanted to go full out with this Logan one. It's not the first time it's happened, but it's happened a lot lately. And maybe that's because someone had a better program or I don't know, better bot network or whatever, but I think it's going to disappear. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to limit the amount of comments, and the YouTubers who are able to catch that early on are able to put that into spam filters and delete those. Unfortunately, there's a lot of spam we have to fight. In my YouTube comments section alone, there's over 3,000 spam messages. So actually, let me just show you guys what's in. Let me just pop it up, right? And I have to look through the spam because some of the spam, unfortunately, I have no idea why, but recently they're spamming some really, really bad websites. I'm not talking like scam websites. I'm talking like even worse than that, stuff that I can't show you. And I don't click on it because I don't want it. I don't know what the links are. I'm not clicking on any of those links, but I just see what the comments say, right? Unfortunately, I've seen a lot more of that. So maybe it's not just the only guy who's behind the Logan bot, but scammers, they're everywhere, in every corner. HYPs, even with the camera. Dude, I'm selling my camera, and there's a lot of scammers that just really like the Canon EOS 80D. I checked whether it's the same thing in other countries. In the UK, yes. It's not just in Poland. It's in Germany. It's in UK. Probably in America, the same thing. Scammers really like this particular model. Maybe it's because it's a more expensive camera, but it's the same people who are, asking for emails, and they want to send me fake invoices. That's not just me. It's all the people who are selling. So scammers just choose a niche, a product, a service they want to scam, and there we go. But hey, what you gonna do? You're always gonna have to fight against it. So let me show you some cons, and then we're gonna end this one. For the HYPs, as a quick recap, there's a lot of these websites. The main thing is just don't invest in them. There's a lot of newbies who might get greedy, and it feels like gambling, but I think with a reputable gambling website, you have a better chance than with some of these. So there's a lot of YouTubers that make good money, and I was also one that had affiliate links for Laser Online and BitConnect just because I was like, all right, why not? Let's see what happens. However, unlike other people, I wasn't saying, yeah, invest and you're going to become a millionaire. I was saying, burn your money here, folks. That's exactly what's going to happen. And I invested my money alongside with that. So I lost $500 in Laser Online, but in total I gained, I have no idea how much it was, like 3,000 or something like that, 3,000, 4,000. Obama coin, oh, welcome, a big red G. So I made a video that Laser Online would probably fall within a month, and that's when I started taking my money out, and then they banned me. So I don't think I'm going to do affiliate links anymore, because why even do that? It's not even worth it. Let's just make videos on these scam websites and try and shut them down. Let's go fully deep into it, and then make normal videos about cryptocurrency as well. So anyways, Let's see. Hey, we have a lot of bad comments that unfortunately I can't show you guys. So we surprisingly, you know what? Let me just show you this. Just this. Unfortunately, I can't show more than that. But this is just for held review. Likely spam is where there's 3,500 spam comments, but held for review 1,500. We have this one, which isn't a spam comment. I did approve this one, but YouTube has this thing where if someone replies a spam comment to that, it also shows up in spam folder. Anyways, here we have 2 Bitcoin legit investment. Obviously, that's spam. But here we have a Hex airdrops thing. Like, yeah, no, sorry. It uses a referral link. Anything that's RE, it has a referral link. So even on a video that we're not discussing about Hex, ever since one of you made a comment about the Hex people, ever since I made that video or live stream even, it wasn't a full video on Hex, we've had a lot of Hex spam. So anyways, my name is Michael Kubera. Thanks. I hope everything is good at home. Yep, Joe, it is nice and dandy. And you know what? It'd be nice if we got this TV and got a nice logo on there. But anyways, see you guys in a video that we're uploading pretty soon. Last question we got here. What happened with Travel Block? I made a video on that, but let's go through with that. That is a pretty good question, Mario. And then we're going to end the live stream. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, share your opinion down below when this is published. And let's respond to this question. So what happened with Travel Block? Unfortunately, at the very beginning, I thought it was a pretty good idea and maybe would have made a lot of money had it not been just placed in the wrong time. If we were a few months earlier, maybe there could have been a good amount of profit for everybody. Unfortunately, it was too late. So we did it after the crypto crash, and pretty much every project that wasn't major, that didn't have a lot of money to invest with, like I'm talking millions and millions of dollars for CoinMarketCap and all that, just burned and crashed. So there was a few successful projects after March, 2018. And when I saw that the ship was burning, I was like, yeah. And then I also saw my crypto portfolio just wipe me out, and I was in debt. I panicked, and this wasn't even the smartest thing, but I just sold my 5% stake in the company to them. I was just like, here you go. Like, it was worth way more. I just sold it for a few thousand. I was majorly in debt. I never came out of the debt. I'm still in debt. And I left the project. I don't know. I was the main guy in charge of marketing with the influencers, and they got another influencer who had a larger team, and he tried working with the influencers. But one thing that really upset me was I had this influencer deal that unfortunately didn't go through. We set it up. We were 95% done. And we had 3 big influencers that wanted to advertise Travel Block. And there was plenty of smaller influencers, but I'm talking influencers over 100,000 in crypto. So those were very rare back then. Now they're still kind of rare. There's not that many. But unfortunately, one of which is not in crypto anymore. Well, pretty much everyone lost money. So the Travel Block team lost money because they invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into the project. The investors into Travel Block lost money, and the employees, people working as well. So that was great. You can't blame the crypto crash for everything. Obviously, it would have looked better if there was more time to work on it. But the timing definitely screwed things up. In the last month, I have no idea what happened. After I left the project, I was like, all right, whatever. I went to another project, and then that failed as well. So, Deep Onion, wished all the best for them, and I still do for Deep Onion. Unfortunately, they really fell down. They're only worth like $1 million on CoinMarketCap now. Travel Block never even made it to CoinMarketCap. But yeah. I thought my 5% stake would be worth over at least $100,000 because we were getting paid a lot more. Not more than $100,000, but in terms of the months that we were working, just to sign on, I got paid like over 20 grand, and that went burning to pay off credit card fees. So what happened with Travel Block? Ultimately, the website was made, and I have no idea what happened afterwards. So I know there was a lot of glitches and stuff. Let's go to it actually. Let's turn off window capture. It's probably not up, but travel block. It used to be that there was a demo version, travelblock.io. I know there was a website that you could invest through and a website. Yeah, this is the investment website, but you don't have the platform anymore. You have to log in, right? Yeah, log in. Actually, let's see if I can still log in. Oh my goodness, I still have my demo account. Okay, we logged in. Dashboard. Honestly, I've never even seen. All right, let's get into this. Let me show the screen again. Honestly, I never even logged into this segment. It looked completely different back then. So as you can see, I have 0 travel tokens and anything because I haven't used this. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of upset because it was a good idea. The whole idea was using blockchain to efficiently book hotels at a cheaper price. And there is this system where actually people pay less for hotels. The people who work in the industry, the top guys, not the employees, but the top guys who pay normal prices. And this is for everything. Coca-Cola, for example, doesn't cost the $2 or $1 that it is. It costs the 5 cents or 10 cents it is to make it. And then it goes up in price because of the various facilities, various factories, various stages in the logistics supply chain. That's why the prices rise, right? Same thing with hotels. Well, you have to pay the travel agents, you have to pay the other companies that work with the hotels, you have to pay for the food, you have to pay for this, the marketing, da da da. But hotel rooms that are like advertised at $300, in actuality, it's like $50 or $60, whatever. You're overpaying for your hotel rooms, which is why I don't even like using hotel rooms anymore. I prefer Airbnb. It's much cheaper for very many places. Joshua, okay. Is it better to live alone? For some people, yes. For others, no. I don't know. It really does vary for a lot of things. But with hotels, yeah, the whole idea was pretty good, where the travel block team wanted to bring cheaper hotels to the investors into the cryptocurrency. And later on, the main money was not actually from the cryptocurrency investment, the ICO itself. Yeah, it would have been nice to collect a few million from that, but the main money was, it wasn't just that I had 5% in tokens, it was 5% in the company. We were hoping that it would be launched and then you'd have normal people and you wouldn't be competing against like Expedia and all this at the very beginning, but later on, I don't know, it was a pretty good idea just to get the average Joe, the average grandma and grandpa who don't really know much. They still go to their travel agent to try and book through this website at a cheaper price, but still at a good profit point. Unfortunately, it never went into fruition. So travel block guys lost money, I lost money, everybody lost money, investors lost money. Hopefully, Mario, you didn't lose too much money, but I wish all the best to the travel block team as well. Very, very tough times. Yeah. Anyways, welcome, Fluke. Unfortunately, we're just ending the live stream here. What's up, Kubera? Great to see you uploading again. Yes, yes. So, uploads coming up very soon, and we will make specific videos regarding HYPs. But thank you guys for joining the live stream. And let's not, well, it's good to reflect on the past, but let's try and make this better. Let's try and improve the future, and hopefully this time actually make money and keep the money. So, in order to keep the money, don't invest into HYPs unless you want to burn it. That's the thing. So, bye. Oh, and by the way, if you have HYPs that you'd want me to look into that are similar to Laser Online, BitConnect, that kind of stuff, leave that down in the comments once this video is published. I want that. Like, I'm going to be looking out for myself, but maybe you guys already know of some scam websites to check out.